Hi there, my lovelies. This is Jana here. Welcome to my kitchen. So, a stroganoff recipe, because one can have enough stroganoff recipes, right? And this one is packed with umami. Simple to make, but surprisingly different and yet very comforting. So let me show you how I put it together. That's Pokey eating. You hear? There, here. So I have something to share with you guys that will bring any food or almost any food to a whole amazing level of deliciousness. It's something simple to make, which is a caramelized onions, and I don't know why it slipped my mind. It slipped my mind because this is such a this is a umami bomb kind of a ingredient, and I'm gonna show you how I put it together, how I made it, so you can have it. You can make it and then freeze it or freeze it, and it's going to last for 25 years. No, it won't, but you get the point. So that's one of the things that I used to make this stroganoff super umami. We're going to start by making exactly that, the caramelized onions. But this time in a different way. We're going to speed up the process. Now, on a skillet, heavy bottom skillet, you're going to add some extra virgin olive oil. When hot, you're going to add the onions. Those are regular yellow onions. And to that, we're going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda in 4 tablespoons of water. We're going to stir, lower the heat, cover, and allow it to cook. Now the baking soda is going to speed up the process because it's going to break down the onions, because it's going to alter the onion's pH, so it's going to cook faster, and that's what I want for this kind of ingredient, because not only is it going to cook faster, but like I said, it's going to break down the onions. It's going to be like a paste, and that's exactly what I want. Now, if everything is going according to plan, this is how your onions are going to look like, with this foam bottom, and that's exactly what we want. Now we scrape that because this is pure umaminess also. We're going to deglaze the pan with some white wine, dry white wine that is. And now we're going to turn up the heat, and we're going to allow it to caramelize a little bit. Now that the onions are ready, we're going to add balsamic vinegar, some white miso paste. Now you might want to adjust the salt, because although the white miso paste is savory, you might need a little bit more salt. Now, this caramelized onion is pure gold. I promise you, if you add it to your stews, soups, meatless balls, etc., you will be packing your recipe with that extra mile of deliciousness and umaminess. Now, just freeze them in smaller portions for later use, and that's amazing. You're gonna love it. So, now you just set it aside, because oh, by the way, I have used 2 large onions, okay? But all the quantities and method and everything is going to be written here down under the video in the description box, as well as on my website, okay? So head over to my website for all the information. Now we're going to proceed to make the stroganoff. We're going to add olive oil to a pot, to a skillet, or anything that you're going to use, but as long as it's as if it's wide and heavy bottom, okay? Because we're going to cook the mushrooms separately. I want the mushrooms to be perfectly golden brown, because this is the main ingredient on the stroganoff, okay? So if your stroganoff is like mushy and is not cooked properly, so you ruin everything. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. And the main ingredient for that is patience. You're gonna allow the mushrooms to do their job, okay? To brown perfectly and properly. Please notice that my mushrooms are not small in size. They're only quartered because I want the bite for the stroganoff. I don't want small mushrooms. I want they quite big, and if you cook them when they are smaller, they tend to disappear. Add a little bit of salt. The salt is gonna help the mushrooms to brown faster. So at this stage, it's gonna look like your mushrooms need more oil. Resist the temptation to add more oil. They don't need. in a few minutes, like 1 or 2 minutes, they're gonna start releasing water. So, and that's the 3 stages of the cooking with mushrooms, okay? They're gonna get super dry, then they're gonna release water, and then they're gonna brown, okay? So that's what I wanted to happen. Now, I advise you to do it in batches, okay? When you're browning the mushrooms, because if you crowd them, they won't brown properly. All right, so just set it aside, and now we're going to proceed to make the stroganoff itself. So in the same pot that you sauteed the mushrooms, we're going to add vegan butter. And then when it's hot, we're going to add diced onions. We're going to saute until light golden. And then we're going to add tomato puree. And in order to develop the tomato puree taste and umami-ness, we're going to saute it for about 2 minutes, just until it caramelizes. Now we're going to add minced garlic. We're going to add the brown mushrooms back to the pot. Some fresh thyme, because thyme and mushrooms are besties. Now we add the caramelized onions. And once you see that beautiful brown fond, we're going to glaze the pot with some cognac or white or red wine, dry, okay? Now we're going to add salt, black pepper, and some vegetable bouillon. We're going to add water. Then we're going to add cooked and drained chickpeas. Add some more water. Lower the heat to low. Cover the pot and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Just so all the flavors communicate and talk to each other. Now it's the time to add the vegan cream. This vegan cream I have made with just water and cashews blended together.
I see you watching me when we're with our friends. It's definitely something in the air. So let's take it from there, 'cause I know you want it. Afraid to let it show, and I know you need it. Why don't we let it grow, grow, grow? I think it's time we stop tipping on our toes. What's holding you back now, sugar? 'Cause I don't know, sure know you want it. Afraid to let it show, and I know you need it. Why don't we let it grow? Why don't we let it, why don't we let it grow, 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 grow? It grows stronger for every day. We just can't keep it away, no.
Oh my God. I don't want to stop eating. It's really, really, really good. Oh my God. Make it. You can have that with rice. That's my favorite way. You can have that with those white noodles, pappardelle. Or you can have that with the mashed potatoes, or with just some French fries. I mean, this is a very democratic food, and it's so amazing. Whatever you choose to put it together with the stroganoff, just do it. Make it. You see those tricks that I have taught you about? Those are important to develop the proper umami-ness when cooking with vegetables. Simple ingredients, I told you, nothing fancy that you need to climb the highest mountain on 29th of February and pick up that special flower. No, nothing of that. And if you have friends who don't like or never had vegan food, introduce them with that, because you are gonna get a lot of compliments. It's going to be remarkable and unforgettable, I guarantee. So this is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please tag me if you make it, Instagram and Facebook. Please follow me on my social media, Instagram and Facebook. Subscribe to this channel, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget, written recipe on my website, also over here, okay? And I will see you next time. Have a fabulous week. Bye bye.